I remember no one kind of at the time is like, we're doing some dope ass shit that like everybody else isn't doing. Almost to a point where we were kind of like arrogant about it. One of my training partners called me and said, listen, I just signed us up for this. At the time, it was like no holds barred fighting, like an NHB match. So he had signed us up for this thing, and it sounds like a movie, like there's gonna be a $10,000 prize, and they're gonna bring in all these fighters and blah blah blah. And so anyway, I ended up facing a blue belt in jujitsu, and I lost the decision. I didn't get my ass kicked. We went for like 15 minutes, and then we had a 15-minute overtime, and it was a good kind of back and forth. But I definitely got my. When I look at it now, it's like I kind of got my ass handed to me on the ground. Like he was mounting me and position on me, and I just didn't know what I was doing. And the next day, we went down to a jujitsu school nearby. They invited everybody down, and then I really experienced jujitsu on the mat, and I was like, wow. I was obsessed with it. So I went back to my school at the time where I was doing like ninjitsu. And I was like, you know what, guys, like I don't want to do ninjutsu anymore. I don't want to do all the other stuff that we were doing. I just want to do this jujitsu thing now. And everybody went and bought gi tops, and we got a few more extra mats. And that was kind of like the beginning of it for me. Now you're seeing the pendulum kind of circle back around in a weird way, where you start to look at jujitsu sometimes and you're like, it looks incomplete now, like in a weird way. Like, people don't want to do strikes. They don't want to have a self-defense foundation. They don't want to learn takedowns. They just want it to magically appear on the ground, because that's just the fun part for grapplers. You know what I mean?